Namaste YouTube, welcome to Enoma. We are going to give our reaction to Home by the Sea by Genesis.
This is part of Prog Rock Friday on Enoma. Hope you enjoy this first time single take honest reaction. Genesis has been a popular request on Enoma for quite some time. And this is a tribe request from one of our close friends and family members. So we are fulfilling it first because it has come to us weeks and months in advance at time, the list that we have. So Genesis, Home by the Sea, we do not have a clue about it. All that I know about Genesis rather, is that Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins, two legendary singers, were part of Genesis and are part of Genesis in many ways. So Genesis, Home by the Sea.
Home by the Sea.
Sea, home by the sea, home by the sea, home by the sea. Creeping up the blind side, shimmering up the wall, stealing through the dark of night.
It's catchy.
Climbing through a window, stepping to the floor, checking to the left and the right. Picking up the pieces, putting them away.
This was
Welcome to the mobile scene.
this was catchy. This was really cool. Loved it. I mean, I've grown up listening to ghost stories. At one point of time, I owned the world's largest ghost story website with over 10,000 ghost stories submitted by people living in close to 200 countries. Sold it off to a competitor for a pretty decent price. Wow, I love ghost stories. It all starts with a ghost story. In fact, my first experience of a ghost was too at a house by the sea. Rather a hotel by the sea. It was in Goa and Raman cottages in Goa, Baga Beach, Goa. And I think many of the people who watched this reaction, Genesis fans, might be aware of Goa in India. Because plenty of tourists from Europe come down to Goa at some point or the other in their lives. And there was this ghost, I called her the White Lady Ghost. And when I came back from the vacation, I wrote about my experience on my blog at that time on saviodesilva.com. And I didn't realize that that would be the start of such an epic adventure. And when I listened to this song, it all came back, because it's so simple. The song was so simple. It was about a haunted house. It was about those memories. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Welcome to the home by the sea. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing the way this was sung, the music to back it up by the rest of the band. It is just prolific. It is enchanting. It is deep. It is kind of eerie at times. It's so enjoyable at the same time. It's addictive. You really want to listen to it again immediately.
Yeah.
There are some songs which are profound and deep and intense, and it takes time for you to get a hang of it. You listen to this and you love it. You don't have to really explain anything. Once you get to know that it's a haunted house by the sea, that's all there is to it. It's so simple. And it's just enjoy the music, feel it. I like those pauses where the music was there.
I know.
Beginning, middle and end. It really sent a bit, shivers down my spine, chills down my spine. It was crazy. I don't know if it was intentional or maybe that's how the lyrics are constructed and arranged. You really felt it. I felt it. I felt a bit scary at that time. Scared rather, not scary, scared. Amazing. What are your thoughts, Kirti?
I loved it. This is nice. This is great. I like they're asking for help. Get us out of here. And then I think the ghost is saying, sit down. You're not going anywhere. Sit down. Welcome to the home by the sea. So I like this song. It is fun to listen to.
It's fun.
And the music in the middle that came, the instrumental that was going on, that was haunted. Musically haunted. It was done very well. It was done perfectly with the music and the song, the lyrics and vocals. Everything were going very well. They worked well.
Welcome to the Cafe of Enoma. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Welcome to the Cafe of Enoma.
Nice.
Wow, Genesis, I love them already. I have heard a couple of songs of Genesis. Jesus, He Knows Me. I hope I got that right. I have heard that song of Genesis, Jesus, He Knows Me. And He knows what's right. Tell Jesus He knows me. Something like that. I remember the video where Phil Collins is like a spiritual guru or a God man of sorts. He's on TV. He's a mega star on one of those shows, those channels which talks about God. And he says, Jesus, He knows me. And He knows something like that. I remember that song and video very well. In the video, I remember quite well. It's about basically one of those spiritual gurus who pretends to know everything about Jesus and God and how they have conversations with God and things like that. So that is my introduction to Genesis, but that was maybe 25, 30 years ago, I suppose. Long back, I remember.
I like the description in the song. There are people here, but they don't have a body or something like that. They are invisible. They are only felt. So that is creepy.
Yeah. It's creepy, it's scary, and I'm afraid.
I hope we don't get
I wish I could say I'm not afraid like Eminem. I'm not afraid, but I'm afraid by the home by the sea.
Yeah.
Welcome to the home
I
by
think
the
there are
sea.
a lot of stories by the sea. I'm not sure about the home, but midnight or late in the night around the sea, there are a lot of stories. I've had many stories I've heard from people,
Yeah, for
friends
sure.
and all, which have happened on beaches
Yeah.
late in the night.
Beaches.
And it is the worst after midnight to like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock till early
Yeah.
morning, the AM time.
I like how they talked about the summer vacation, the summer
Yeah,
part and
yeah.
things like that. In summer days, even when we were small, we would like to explore.
Yeah.
In the night time,
Yeah,
we would like
we
to
go
go
and sleep
exploring.
somewhere else or do
And that's when
something.
we experience. Based on my experience of managing and owning a ghost story website, largest ghost story website in the world at that time, online. One thing I can share with you about ghost. Two things. One is that they have unfinished business.
Okay.
Two, they generally roam the world more often between the time 1 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So they do roam around at night time, towards dawn, and sometimes even in the day. But most experiences that I have gathered from visitors around the world, from Philippines to UK, France to India, most ghosts have been spotted, experienced, felt 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. So that is a time probably that these guys, the kids or whoever they went to the home by the sea. That is the time they were exploring during the summer nights. The home by the sea, and they had to sit down.
Save us out of here. Help us out
Welcome
of
to
here.
the home by the sea.
Wow.
That's about it
this
from
is
Enoma.
scary now, getting scary.
Loved it on Prog Rock Friday. A great introduction to Genesis by our tribe and subscribers. Thank you so much. A fun song, scary at the same time, but surely highlights the beautiful musical arrangements, singing talents, and everything else about Genesis so well. Loved it.
Thanks for watching.